Oh, I should have made a drink, but that's alright. We are starting Defiance versus Toondragon, Division B, lower bracket, round of 4, I think it is. Div B, lower bracket, round of 8. No, round of 4. No, round of 8. I'm dumb. Okay. In the bottom left of Celestial Enclave, it is Defiance. And in the top right, the blue, it is Toondragon. Toondragon playing the second series of the day today, actually. He played against Beach Cat earlier, and Beach Cat was able to take a narrow series there, 3-2. A lot of shaky games there. I was sold that Toon was going to have that, but Beach Cat pulled some good stuff out of his hat. I called that game. I called out a lot of games in the series way earlier than I should have. Okay, CC first from Toondragon. Going into this, I was thinking about how I thought the series might go. Defiance is a little bit higher in MMR. Toondragon, if he wants to win this, is going to have to play to his strengths. He's going to have to play like a long macro game, I think. Defiance might be able to go toe-to-toe with him on it. I wouldn't count that out. We could see long tank games, long tank lines with Vikings fighting for air control. We could see that. We could also perhaps see Defiance try to go for some early damage. 2-1-1 maybe. 3 Reaper, 2 Hellion, Cyclone, aggression. There's a lot of options to be aggressive in TVT with 2 gas openers. But we aren't going to see a 2 gas opener. It's just going to be 1 gas expand. So it looks like Toondragon might just get away with his CC first. Good for him. Reactor. Very fast reactor. Okay. Reaper is going to run in. He might get an SCV here. Yep. Ooh, and he gets first hit on the enemy Reaper. Oh, nope. Ooh, Toon did not chase. He might have been able to kill that. But gets an SCV. So the CC... The orbital's basically already done. How long does an orbital take? I don't know the actual time. He's basically an orbital ahead, which is not insignificant in exchange for an SCV. Defiance... Yeah. Defiance is up in SCV right now, but he has to make the orbital so to catch up. Low Defiance is on location. So he does have the orbital on location before Toon does. And he killed an SCV. Might be able to snag a second. Cyclone on the way for Toondragon. Defiance going for some Marines and a tank. Looks like he might go for a Marine tank push quickly. Make like 1 medevac, go with 8 Marines, something like that. Viking, actually not a... Oh, go for a tech lab. Maybe this is for Banshee. Could be Raven. Banshee or Raven. And he's getting +1 attack. Okay. Toon, on the other hand, he's going double Viking. He has Cyclone out already, so he's going straight into air superiority and a fast 3rd CC. Yeah, mine's gonna pull off the tech lab so we can get one on his barracks. Wants to get a high marine count out first. What the fuck? He makes a tech lab with his starport and then he just flies it off. Is this gonna be for the barracks? Double tech lab? I guess Defiance is probably expecting mech here, so maybe he wants to get a high Marauder count? Or he just wants Combat Shield and Stim very fast at the same time? Yep, okay. Just wants both upgrades at the same time. That's cool. I wonder if Toondragon takes the back base or he takes the triangle. I think he's going to take the back base, to be honest. I would like that. Gets him a little bit of eco, and he gets a little bit of time to build up his tank count. I think once Toondragon he gets to the double digits tank count, that's when things start getting scary. 10, 11, 12. You get a very long line of tanks covering each other. I wonder if Toon's going to move out with the Vikings. Probably not. Two tanks out. Plus one armor too. Upgrades are going to be a lot faster for Defiance throughout this game. I don't even think there's an armory out yet. Nope. Defiance does seem like he's macroing just a bit tighter. He's up a couple of workers. Gonna go for 8 marine drop. Zone back base. Okay. Toon getting an SCV here. Nice. Pretty big Viking count. Air superiority is pretty big in TBT. Very big. Whoever has air superiority gets vision for their tanks. They can get liberators in to push back siege tank lines. It's pretty huge. Man, Toon's really tight. He's getting a turret ring already. His third base is already mining, even though Defiance's will be a better base. Toon's is already mining. He's producing off of it. And if I had to guess, he'll probably get a relatively fast fourth base too. Sensor tower in a nice spot. If he finished the wall off on the ramp here, that would be pretty nice. Maybe he'll get like a PF. No, he'll probably get PFs like here. Alright, buckle in, boys. This. Nope. I thought for a little bit that Defiance might go for a bit of a push or a drop or something, but no, both players are just like, fuck it. Straight to the late game. Okay. This is really gonna set the tone for the series, isn't it? Okay. Toondragon is up a bunch in workers now. Faster third base is paying off. Fourth base is already on the way, and the tank count is at 8. 8 each. Both of them making 2 tanks at a time, interestingly. So even though Toon is the mech player, they've got pretty close tank count. Alright, Defiance is going to go first push here. I wonder where the point of attack will be. I suspect it will be on the front here, but to be honest, I think that's where Toon has the most defenses. But he's got a pretty good tank line going all the way back. There's a lot of coverage here. A drop here or like a tank push here might be cool. I don't know what this drop is doing here. You put 8 Marines here for nothing. Is this defensive? Is this to block other drops, maybe? I don't know. Is he going to try and contest this fourth base? Because I don't think he can. So I guess from here, Defiance. 5 more racks. 2-2 on the way. And he's going to take another. Okay, he's going to go for the out expand game. From here, Defiance's #1 priority should be keep Toondragon contained. There's nothing you can do about his fourth. bases. Don't let this base get taken. Don't let this base get taken. Definitely don't let this base get taken. This one, probably. Oh, big fight happening. He's going to run up, snipe some tanks here. Big marine count. Supply dropping pretty heavily for Defiance here. Toon takes a great fight. And, oh, he's going to land the Vikings on the tanks. And he's just going to clean this up. Toondragon did not give a single fuck about that. And Defiance takes a miserable fight. Man, that's going to give Defiance, or that's going to give Toondragon a lot of room here. Like, all of a sudden, it's going to be no problem taking a 5th base. He could probably take this one shortly, because these two CCs are going to finish. He's going to get a PF here. That's pretty great. Guys, I hate to say it. I almost don't want to say it, because last time I said it, I was wrong. But I will insinuate it. He's got turrets and sensor towers all over the place. Tank count is 4 to 12. Up in army supply, both minerals and gas. Income is a lot higher right now for Defiance and minerals, but minerals doesn't really matter here. Minerals is waste. The important part in DBT is who has the higher tank count, who has the higher Viking count. Defiance also lost all of his medevacs because he lost the air superiority. He's got this 5th base. Like, Defiance is a little bit ahead in base count, but Toon's army is just way better. The marine count and the better upgrades could make all the difference, though. Ooh, good tank position. Defiance is going to need to make some big plays with Marines if he wants to win this game. Good siege up spot, I guess. Toondragon going to go BCs here. I think Libs would be good enough. But BCs do the job too. Does he have Yamato? Does not. He really should get Yamato if he's going to do this. Just start one-shotting tanks. Wow. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't think there's anything Defiance can do to slow down Toondragon anymore. He'll catch up in upgrades eventually. He's ahead in every other metric. I'm kinda shocked that Defiance let Toondragon play this sort of game. But I think this is gonna set the pace for the series. I think Defiance pulls out something sneaky, something a little bit less conventional. It's got a workaround move command here. Or yeah, the Hellion run bys are starting up. Big value here. Maybe catch some hits on the rally. No blue flame, which is a little bit of a wonder here. Toondragon usually pretty fast about getting that. But kills 8 SCVs anyway. Defiance is down to 50. Alright. Time for a Doom drop. There is 2 turret here, and that is all there is for anti-air. He will see this coming from quite a bit away because of the sensor tower. Great building, by the way. But this is there's not a lot of tanks here. This might work. Doom drop comes in. He's gonna go straight for the main, actually. This is bold, but this could do a lot. BCs warp back, but there's a pretty huge marine count here. I don't think the BCs win this fight, to be honest. Yeah, they're gonna get pushed back. But the SimCity here is gonna work against. They're just gonna cover the BCs. Vikings are gonna come in to clear up the medevacs, and while this was a big, bold, decisive move, I think it's just too big. It's gonna get beat up. If he had done something like this instead of the push to the 4th, Defiance might have just won the game right then and there, but now it's too late. Defiance is dead. We've got a corpse in Disney World. I mean, he killed a bunch of workers. I guess this doesn't really matter. He's gonna lose this orb for this. Doesn't even lose the planetary. Now the VCs are just gonna clean this up. 3/3 upgrades begin for Toondragon. You won't believe what happened, Avery.
What happened?
Defiance ran into Toondragon's siege tank line. Now he's dead. Classic blunder. I mean, okay, that's a good fight for Defiance. There's still a lot. I mean, the tank count just got reduced a lot, but there's still a lot of tanks. And 7 BCs is maybe too many. I mean, the BC run by is going to put in a lot of work here.
Marines do not beat BCs.
I think they're 0-0 BCs. 0-0 versus 3-3. It's not enough Marines. He's just losing everything out. It's a good attempt from Defiance, but now he's overstamped. He's got nothing left. BCs will warp home and just clean up everything. And Toondragon's gonna take game number 1 here. Right?
It's Toondragon. Now he's gonna apply the 20 more minutes of turtling and maxing out BCs.
Well, this is what I mean. Like, when I say that there's a corpse in Disney World, like, this isn't good for Defiance anymore. Like, he gave it his best shot, but this is false hope. This is just
Yeah, Mass Marines against Mac is not it.
oh. I hope Defiance pulls out something different next game. He did not try to attack into Toondragon at all. They both just went straight into the late game, and I do not think that is the plan. BC run by, gonna destroy an entire base here for free. Don't try and go for him. Just loses all of them. Doesn't even kill a BC. It's GG time. It's down 10,000 resources lost. And when one's about to die, he just warps home.
Fucking feels bad, huh?
Yeah, he's just cruising by. Defiance, it's okay. You can safe word out of this cock and ball torture. It's only game number 1. There's still at least 2 more to go. He's not even gonna kill any of them. The VCs just warp home, and now he remembers he forgot air weapons, so that's gonna start. You're down in bases against a maxed out Toondragon. This is like Toondragon Prime. Alright, big stem. Gonna run straight to tanks and PF. Just run straight past them into the main. Okay. Suicides his entire army. And it's the game. was game number 1. It's going to set the tone for the series. Yeah, what is the MMR difference here? 3-3 against 4-2. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, when Dune's in the zone, when he gets to that late game, I'm kind of surprised he let Celestial through. I think against Toondragon you'd only want the small maps, but I think Defiance. What did he veto? He vetoed Tourmaline and Winter. Okay, I can see that. Wait, no, sorry. He vetoed Taito and Tourmaline. Okay, I can still see that. Taito is also a great turtling map, as is Tourmaline. Winter Madness next. Winter Madness can also be good. It's pretty easy to get up the 4 bases. It's that 5th base that's tricky. So tricky that there are some Zerg players who will say that you should take the low ground base as your 3rd, so you can take a 4th and then a 5th easier. Alright, let's move this along. Ready. Alright, while the early game goes, I'm just gonna put some water on. I'll be right back. Okay. Toondragon takes game number 1. Alright, Defiance. You've tried to go mano-a-mano in the tank war with Mass Marine, and it did not really get you that far. What's the plan for game number 2? Surely we do not want gas expand again. No, we do not. We are going to proxy racks. Looks like proxy 1 racks Reaper. Wait, there's no gas. I guess you get the gas after the racks. It's still pretty early in the game. I wonder, surely Toondragon expects this, though. Oh, there's the second. Okay, so it's going to be 2 racks Reaper, probably? Maybe Marauder. Probably Reaper. I think this would be a good Reaper map. It's got the jump up spot here. Could be either, to be honest. Second. So does Toondragon expect this? Does he think game number 1 went so well? Surely I'm being all in. I've seen Toondragon go for blind bunker on 1 base before. He has some. He's got some crazy stuff. The mental warfare here is going to be very tangible. 2 Reaper versus 1 Reaper. I think you have to immediately pull SCVs here to defend this, because if Toondragon's Reaper dies quickly, it's just going to snowball. Reaper has to be kept alive. It's going to be 3 racks even. Aw. Okay, very committed. I think we need to see a second gas then if we're going to go all the way up to 3 racks. Okay. So Toon will get the first shot here. Do we wait for 2 Reapers? Probably. Don't think we wait for 3. Fast tech lob for Toondragon, so it looks like he's going to try and get a Cyclone out. It's 4 Axe Reaper, okay. This is what Toondragon did last time. He got a very fast Cyclone out, and I like it a lot. It's going to protect him from any sort of Reaper Hellion stuff. How many Reapers does it take to take down a Cyclone? I don't know, but if someone who is willing to go 4 Axe Reaper, I bet they know. I'm guessing like 5 or 6 maybe. Okay, so he's baiting. He's like, look at my 1 Reaper, you should come repel this. Come chase me, come chase me. He's like waggling his tail, or his booty. many are we banking? Do we just dive with like 7? 6, 7? Reaper moves out. This is the first thing that Toondragon is sending across the map. He is completely blind still and will have has a tank on the way. How many Reapers are we pooling for, man? He's got 6 out already. What timing are we going for? He sends the barracks home? What the fuck? Alright, now we go. We wait for 9. The 9 Reaper timing. Is this real? Bursts down, tries to burst down the tank immediately. Very fast SCV pull, gonna tank the Cyclone and the Siege tank. And Toondragon is going to defend this with no problem. Okay, so the tank does go down. Goes for the Cyclone next. Ooh, it's pretty low, but... Okay. So, when all is said and he does get 7 kills. He gets 7 kills and he killed 2 tanks. 18 workers is not very many. Man, this looks really good for Toondragon, I think. Toon's gonna catch up pretty quick. He's got double mules. He's got better tech. 5 racks. Why did he wait so long? If he had gone with 2, he could have snowballed before the Cyclone popped. Instead, he didn't. He not only waited for the Cyclone to pop, he waited for a tank to pop. I don't know why we waited for 9. That was crazy. And now he's gonna get his own CC delayed. Dude, Toon is styling on Defiance right now. Reaper needs one of the SCVs on his way out. Sick. So I guess this is going to be a 5 rack all, and he's just going to make a shit ton of Marines, combat, and stim, and just charge straight forward and hope he wins. Toon is getting a 3rd CC before any more factories, so he won't have a crazy high tank count. He's only at 2 right now. When this hits, I don't know, he might have 5, 6, 7. Actually, no, Sim and Combat are going to finish soon. He might only have like 4, maybe 5. How long? We gotta go as soon as Sim and Combat hit, I think. The sooner the better. I think Defiance agrees. Do we pull SCVs with this? Do SCVs pulls work in TVT? Oh, you can't wait for factory units. You gotta go, man. The more tanks get out, the higher the chance gets that Toon wins this game. You cannot wait for medevacs. Oh no. Okay. This is gonna be another long one. Okay, he's not gonna wait for medevacs. I think you missed your window, mate. There's a lot of like these tanks on the high ground here on the cliff. I think Defiance has to go from like this angle. If these tanks start getting hits on, you gotta go like around the side here. Kill these 3 tanks, and then you can force the natural up. If he attacks like down this way, or we'll just not attack at all. What are you waiting for, man? I guess he's waiting. He's gonna try and not let this 3rd land, but it's not even done. No, he is done getting saturated. Wonder when Toon does feel. I mean, Toon feels no pressure to take his 3rd. He knows that Defiance doesn't have his. So I guess Toon's just happy to sit on two bases and make tanks. Gonna make two factories here. He is behind on upgrades like last game, but he's gonna catch up even faster this time. Not looking good. I mean, I guess Toondragon will mine out pretty soon, but there's no third CC. Like, Defiance is gonna mine out pretty soon too. The preparations are coming down. Here comes the sensor tower. Right here come the tanks. Alright, Defiance, you've seen what you need to see. Is this when we go? He is up about 10 in army supply. A lot of Marines. We stem and we run forward. Try to burst down the tanks. And you know what? Honestly, I'm not even doing that bad of it. Yeah, he does burst down a lot of the tanks. The Vikings land and get popped up by the Marines too. Looks like Defiance has found a hole. Takes a great fight there. Toondragon just lost so much. Defiance is quite overstimmed, but if he kills this third base, his own is about to finish on location. Does not quite get it. Goes for a double drop. He wants to keep going. He's hungry for the CC. You know what? He is gonna get it. Does he? Yeah, he gets it. We get out. That was sick. Alright. So he goes home to recoup after taking that victory. I don't think Toondragon is out of this. Not by any means. Still has 8 tanks. Gonna get up to 10 pretty soon here. Does not have a third CC finished yet, but one will be finished soon. Defiance gonna take the forward 4th base here. Like I said, this one's very hard to take as a 5th base, so if you have the opportunity to take this as a 4th, pretty good. So you can take this base anytime. This base, who knows what the game will look like when he needs a 5th. Right now, he needs a 4th, and things are looking good for Defiance. That said, Toondragon does have quite the tank line. Defiance has been making the Mass Marine work here, but it's on a bit of a clock. Although I don't think that Defiance agrees that it's on a clock. He's just going to stay playing Mass Marine. There's no second factories. There's no starports. He's not even mining that much gas. I guess Toondragon just isn't mining that much at all. Defiance does not really have the SCV count he needs if he wants to play something like this. He needs like 70, 80 SCVs. Toondragon's gonna try and double expand. This might be overreaching. But it's a lot of tanks. Upgrades are even. Defiance's 2-2 are only slightly ahead. Probably won't come into play. Probably have 2-2 at about the same time. Defiance will max out sooner. But you look at the army value here. That's okay. It is okay. Defiance does have a pretty big mineral lead, but man, these tanks. Hellions are going to do pretty well here. I wonder if Hellbats would do good here so that the Marines, if they just run in, they're running into the arms of Hellbats. I think we can't do this forever. I think Defiance should be getting like BCs at the same time. Or like a mass PG switch or something. Okay, he's gonna run in with a huge amount of Marines and just lose all of them and get absolutely nothing. Jesus fucking Christ. think Defiance just lost this game, to be honest. Maybe not. Maybe not. Here's the thing. Like, Toondragon does have these 4 bases, but the next base he can take will have to be this one, which is way wide in the open. Or it'll be this space, which is very far away as well, also very wide out in the open, and this one, which is practically like a hidden base. I guess Toon might also consider taking a hidden base, but I don't really think that's Toon's style. But I think Toon's going to be happy to sit on these 4 for quite a while. He's at full saturation for the worker count he's got. He's going to start running dry anyway, so he doesn't really want more workers. He just needs more gas stuff anyway. Okay, triple starport. I think Defiance heard me. We're going to get a mass BC switch, +1 air weapons at the same time. He realizes that he just can't contend with the ground forces anymore. He's still gonna mass marines probably just as a mineral sink, but it's time for BCs.
You're just on game 2.
Hmm? Sorry, what'd you say?
I was just commenting that you're only on game 2.
Yep, we're only on game 2. And I think we're nowhere near the end of game 2. Man, have
Well
you ever
then.
heard of this 9 Reaper timing in TVT?
Yeah, it's classic
Yeah, Defiance. He
standard.
proxied 4 racks. He built 9 Reapers. He waited for 9 Reapers and then went against the Toondragon that just went for a 1 gas expand. And he just lost all of
Sounds
the
about right.
Reapers to a tank and a Cyclone. I don't know why he waited that long. But then he took a really good fight, killed the 3rd base, and then he ran all of his Marines into a tank line.
It's not
Just
doesn't
like,
really matter what the start is. We always end up in this game state.
yeah. The big question here is, does Toondragon take this 5th base? It's pretty wide open, so if there was ever a time to stop him, it would have to be this. If Toondragon gets, like, entrenched here, Defiance is a dead body in Disneyland. Honestly, he might already be a dead body in Disneyland. Mass Viking. Like, what's the Viking?
When did Disneyland become a thing?
It's today. I made it up.
That's a lot of Marines.
That is a lot of Marines. They're gonna do fucking nothing.
One medevac, 82 Marines.
Like, what? He needed to have this Marine ball on top of the base so these tanks couldn't set up here, but he didn't. Now that Toon's unstoppable. He is gonna lose air superiority, but only temporarily. Do they at least get the space? Okay. That's cool, I guess. Does kill a lot of SCVs, actually. Have you heard about the dead bodies in Disneyland thing?
No.
So, if someone dies at Disneyland, they take the bodies off the premise before they are officially declared dead, so they can say that no one has ever died at Disneyland.
Isn't that illegal?
Well, it's Disneyland.
Like if there was a murder, you're messing with the crime scene.
I think it's mostly people who die of like exhaustion or they have like a stroke on site or something. When you have like enough people, statistics say an accident will happen at some point, you know? But also, I don't know if there was. Has anyone ever been murdered at Disneyland?
Probably.
Probably. But when I say that, it means the player is dead. They're just not like dead, dead. They haven't like been forced out of the game.
Yeah, there's been a few murders inside of Disneyland.
Then maybe
There's a
the
stabbing.
investigation happened on site, but like the law said, or like they legally, they're official on a piece of paper somewhere. Place of death is just like at the gate or something.
One claimed that it was in a parking lot, and who knows if you believe that.
Yeah, parking lot. That doesn't count.
That was moved to the parking lot.
So yeah, Defiance. He's a dead body in Disneyland. He's dead, but a judge has not declared it so yet. I guess I'm that judge declaring it so. Okay, what's the air unit count? It's 15. I guess Defiance does have like actually a shit ton of Vikings. And both players are getting BCs. This is funny. I think eventually this wraps around to Toondragon needs to get Thors, because Thors with the high single target damage attack counter BCs, which might prompt Defiance to
They
finally
don't really
have
have
to
the
get
mobility.
tanks.
You just kind of play Viking DC versus Viking DC.
Yeah. Alright, here they come. Oh! The disables are pretty huge actually. It prevents the teleport. I did not think about that. That's sick. That's really cool. Okay, so Defiance takes a cool fight there. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think it matters. And yeah, Toondragon starting floors. Called it. The Vikings are cool. Hey, Rudy. Defiance is dead, but a judge has not declared him legally dead yet, so he doesn't have to leave the game.
More Disneyland stuff, huh?
Yep.
That cracked me up.
Sometimes Toon does throw these when he plays around a little too much.
Yeah. Does Toon have Yamato? He does.
Especially when he's up in the series.
Okay, this is... Defiance has been taking some good engagements. BC here, BC there. Income. Okay, wait. Defiance actually has like no income.
Oh, the splash.
Oh my god, the Thors. Yeah, Defiance is pretty dead. His one win condition here was from the air fight. Doesn't even matter if he wins the air fight because the Thors will just clean it up anyway. I mean, they're sort of derping on each other. Defiance has no income, no farm, no bases.
These 10 Marines are gonna do it.
See, if Toondragon goes home now and maxes out, he waits for like 10 BCs.
Ice has 3,000 gas banks up and he's pumping Marines. I don't get it.
Decided at the start of this game he was only going to play Marine. He was only playing Bio, no tanks. And he's not changing his mind on that no matter what. Rudy, have you ever heard of this 9 Reaper timing in TVT?
No, are you trolling?
Well, this is what Defiance seemed to do. He went proxy 4x, pooled 9 Reapers, and then went. And you know what happened?
It didn't work at all.
It did not work at all. There was a tank and a cyclone out at that point, and
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
it's kind of weird. So to recap the series so far, game one, both players went for moderate eco builds, both sort of just aiming for the late game, and Toon mopped up there. Game two, Defiance went for proxy 4x Reaper. Didn't really work out. Then he went for a big Marine timing, and he did kill the third base, so he did have some momentum. But then he suicided a bunch of Marines into a tank line and lost all of his momentum, and then Toon swept up in the late game. Game number 3. And if it was just proxy 2 Rax Reaper and he went with like 2 or 3 Reapers, he probably could have won.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone proxy more than 3 racks for Reapers other than like that gas first thing that the guy did to Dracnus.
Was Defiance the guy? I think I've seen Defiance play like high
No, it wasn't, but
barracks
no,
Reaper.
he definitely does some weird stuff.
Did you know that Defiance has almost 1,000 MMR in Toondragon? Pretty
Doesn't
crazy
put
stuff.
doesn't seem like it though, huh?
No. Alright, Defiance going for the proxy. What's it going to be this time? I hope it's not 4 Rax Reaper. But if it is, I hope he goes faster. If he went with 2 Rax Reaper, he just beats the 1 Reaper that Toon had. And then he starts killing everything. Alright, proxy 1. Are we going to send the second? Nope. But we are going for a 2 gas, so it's going to be a faster factory from Defiance here. Might try to rush out Cyclone himself or something. Go for like Reaper Cyclone. Try to bust Toon that way. I like the idea of that. Toon has been showing a tendency to play fast Cyclone himself, so we might have some Reaper Cyclone on Reaper Cyclone. Toon playing fast Tech Club. He's not even going to get a Reaper. I wonder what Toon thinks Defiance is doing. Oh, it's going to be a proxy 1-1-1. I see. I like that too. I like that a lot. Probably. It could be just Reaper Hellion. Reaper Hellion might do well here. Damn, Toon's going fast Marauders. Is he going to rush out Concussive Shell? That's such a baller move if he rushes Concussive. Oh my god, Toon is so smart. I guess he's worried about Reaper. He's doing this blind. Toon is so good at mapping out a series. What the fuck? I mean, the Reaper. Okay, so Defiance is gonna scout the Marauder. He knows it's what's coming. He's gonna know what he has. What he has to be careful of is if his Cyclone or his tank. I guess you don't even want to go Cyclone. Yeah, he's just gonna go tank. Defiance just has to make sure he doesn't get caught. If the Marauders dive the tank out in the open, he might just lose everything. Oh. Okay, he's only gonna get 3 Marauders. Okay, thought he might get more. I guess he was only worried about, like, Reapers. Okay. When is Defiance gonna go? Conventional wisdom tells me the faster your rush hits, the better. I think we can just go with this, yeah. Marauders spread out. Looks like Toondragon is worried about a mass Reaper strategy. That is what he's prepared for, but a tank is gonna show up on his door. But ooh, Toon's gonna get the siege up. Fight goes sort of weird. Oh, does he get the tank? The tanks were in range of each other, and he does get the tank. Marauder is also going to dive the tank, get just out of range. Marauders do kill the tank. Marauder's coming in so clutch here. Toon loses 14 SCVs. Oh, because the Reaper's jumping back at the same time, too. Man, 14 kills. Defiance gets a ton of damage. Lands the Viking, gets another SCV, and just flies away. These two Marauders are really low, and there's definitely medevacs coming. So these next two tank come. He's probably just going to dive the front. Reaper's coming back. Toon just left his B vulnerable, and I think Defiance is just going to revive this. You don't even need to see W tanks, so just run forward, burst it down. And yeah, Toon's dead. Not going to go out without a fight. It's Defiance. Really well executed from Defiance. And Toon knows what to call it. GG. Very nice, very nice. I think if Defiance sticks with the 2-gas stuff, I think he's going to have a much greater chance of winning. The later the game goes, the better the chance it is for Toon. I'm going to be right back. I put water on, I'm going to grab a drink while this game opens up. I'll be back shortly. Alright. What have we got? Goodness gracious, Mamma Mia, Defiance has got a SCV out on the map. I am shocked and appalled. Now, Toon is the sort of player who will make adjustments, like if he recognizes he's being proxied multiple times in a row, he'll just get like a blind bunker on the high ground. I wonder if we will see something like that this series. Toondragon has played CC first before. He's played one gas expand first, and now he is going for the double gas. He recognizes a vulnerability to double gas openers, and he's going to play a double gas himself. Try and stall out the game pace. If Defiance was like super giga brained, maybe he goes like CC firsts this game. But no, it's going to be a proxy. But I think Toon might be willing to stay on 2 bases for longer this time around. Alright, Reaper altercation. Defiance gets the first couple of hits and tries to chase down Toons. Toon is going to run straight back home with his tail between his legs. Doesn't have any units to reinforce here, so I think, yeah, Toon's going to have to pull some SCVs here, lest he loses Reaper. SCV going to take a bit of a couple of hits here, and now the tables have turned. Defiance needs to run away with the tail between his legs, jumps down, closes the gap slightly, but Toon will be satisfied with pushing the Reaper back and Goes back to the high ground. Cyclone on the way. 2 Reapers, and looks like a very similar setup, but Defiance is going to be getting his own Cyclone. Gets an SCV, 2 Reapers against 1, hits before the Cyclone pops. And she's gonna get almost gets the Reaper. These Reapers are gonna put in a lot of damage before the Cyclone pop. See, if this was a proxy 4x Reaper this time around, this would just continue to escalate. He hits now with like 5 or 6, 4 or 5, dives the Cyclone maybe. Already had dived the Reaper with 3 or 4 Reapers. Needed to hit sooner. Although, things are starting to go in Toon's favor. CC is going to finish pretty soon. He's going to have a tank on the high ground. He's going to start getting his own air control. Defiance has a Liberator on the way, but it looks like this isn't even to push the front. It looks like this is going to try and do some harass while he pushes the front with his tank Marine Cyclone. Yep. Although, Toon should be able to push this away pretty quickly. Needs to wait with the Liberator, push the front first. He's gonna dive straight forward, locks down the tank. Oh, but loses the Cyclone. Does sort of run up and just burst down the tank anyway. Now this Cyclone is at risk. Viking can land, put in a lot of work. Cyclone dies. Bit of a miss micro here from Toondragon. These Vikings will beat back this tank, but now the Liberator comes in. It's gonna put in a lot of work here. Defiance gonna push. Oh, Defiance is cleaning up. Just one fight after fight. Toon can't mine in the green right now. Tank does win this. Only barely. But man, Toon has 0 income right now. So I think he's dead. Maybe not dead and buried, but like, why does Defiance have such a big SCV count? He's only on 1 base. You should start a natural, man. So honestly, at this point, sieging up the natural is good enough. I don't think Toon's gonna give up quite yet. Starts the natural. A bit late, I think, but well, he's on the right course. And I think he's in a winning position anyway. Toon's gonna go straight for air superiority. Gonna try and outproduce on the Vikings. And Defiance is gonna move over. He's gonna focus less on the Marine production and try to match the Viking production. Both players recognizing how important air control is here for vision. So important that Defiance is gonna go straight for a second starport. Gonna have 2 starport, both players. The one thing they need to maximize right now is Viking production. Straight for reactor. Yeah, he should just take the gases instantly. Everything right now revolves around the Viking count. Marines are only helpful insofar as they shoot away the Vikings. The tanks push away the Marines so the Vikings can move forward. This is a chess game of TBT. Now this tank is in range. Oh, is it in range? Just barely not. It must have just hit some splash damage against one of the Marines. The trick here is you wait for the scan to run out, you try to siege the tank in range, but out of vision, so the tank can't shoot back. Either that or you get a Liberator, taking advantage of your air superiority. But I don't think you can keep up that air superiority. Viking count is even right now, but Defiance is going to have double the Viking production pretty soon. And on top of that, Toon's getting the Liberator, which is also going to stifle his air production. And Defiance isn't even going to feel pressured to make his own Liberator, because he doesn't need to push forward. He is more than content to just sit where he is. So that is the burden of the initiative of Toondragon. However, he is going to get some benefit from this. He's going to kill a tank and greatly damage another. which is nice. The tank count is still important. I guess we're just gonna wait until Defiance decides he has enough Vikings, or he waits for +1 to finish, maybe. He's gonna get a third starport. Just playing straight Air Terran. Probably take a third then. Don't really have a mineral sink right now. Man, TPT can be really funny sometimes. Alright, we are going to get the single Liberator from Defiance. He's going to win the Viking fight. So really, Toondragon sort of wants Cyclones right now, so he can shoot the air from the ground. This sort of next engagement will probably decide the course of this game, because Toon has a third CC. It's a pretty big deal. Worker. If Toon takes a good fight, whoever takes a good fight right now is going to probably decide how this game ends. And yeah, Defiance has overwhelming air numbers, so Toon just lands immediately. And in comes the Liberator, now that there's no contention. Toon is going to try and get a missile turret up. Runs the tanks forward. I don't think Defiance is actually going to go far enough with his advantage. Oh, nope, he's going to land all the Vikings. Here we go. Okay, yeah, Defiance did it. GG. Good stuff. That brings us to game number 5. Things were looking a little shaky in the macro games here, so Defiance has decided 2 gas builds only. Gonna proxy 111 3 times in a row and reverse sweep. Alright, game number 5 here. Old Republic, pretty big map. Third base in a triangle orientation, so you can have tanks from the high ground in the main cover the third base. Makes for pretty decent turtling here. Fourth base, you can take here and have tanks secured by your third base. You can have like 3 layers down of tanks covering each other. Get on to 4 bases, then the fifth can get covered by the third. Makes turtling up on a large tank count pretty a pretty desirable outcome. And Defiance will have none of it. He's gonna proxy a barracks. Takes 1 gas. I expect we'll see a second. Second SCV actually, so we're gonna go for proxy Rax Reaper. 2-Rex Reaper? Or are we gonna see the 4-Rex Reaper special again? I hope it's not the 9 Reaper timing. We're gonna get a third? Oh gosh. This looks a lot like the 4 Reaper timing game.
I would like to see him try and play another macro game after evening up the series.
I wouldn't. I would have liked to see him do
Fair.
another 1-1-1.
Yeah, fair.
Well, I mean, not to be biased caster, but
Yeah.
alright, it's gonna be 4-Rex Reaper for a second time. I think the fatal flaw last time he did this was he waited way too long to go. I hope that Defiance has come to the same conclusion if he wants to win this game. Reaper fight just barely goes in Toondragon's way, and the Cyclone starts. He needs to go, like, now, before the Cyclone pops. This is enough. There's 1 Reaper, and you have 3. Go! Do not wait for 9.
Is he sending a Reaper home?
No,
What the fuck is he doing?
it's the SCV.
That's SCV. SCV. I was gonna say,
Toondragon's
man.
gonna go for the scout, but, like, he's leaving himself defenseless. I suppose the Reapers can dive Cyclone. This is something I was wondering
should-
the last time too. How many Reapers does it take to burst down a Cyclone? Is it going to be 5? Okay, looks like 5 or 6 can do it. So it's not the 9 Reaper time I want to hit, it's the 5 Reaper time. Or the 6. Maybe 6
Sounds a
or
little
7.
more appropriate.
And yeah, I think this is actually just going to kill him. He can burst down the tank now. Or try to at least.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. The SCVs will keep him off the tank.
Man, why did he spend so much time shooting the command center? If he just killed every SCV, the game would have ended. Did Defiance throw this?
Probably. Probably gonna devolve into a macro game of sorts.
Because, yeah, oh my god. He's starting a CC. Alright, buckle your seatbelts, boys. We're here for another 20 minutes minimum. Reaper's gonna run around the outskirts here, try to get at the mineral line, stay out of tank range. The tank is covering a lot, and all of the Reapers die for an additional 3 SCVs.
He's got a huge worker lead, but yeah, he's feeding Reapers right now for no reason.
He needs to stop making Reapers.
Yep. Tech on up. Stop making Reapers. Tech on up.
Rush Starport
Supply
like you
even
did
out.
last time too. But now he's getting a factory. He needs the factory, but I hope he rushes like straight to Vikings again. He's still making Reapers. All that matters is the Viking count, and you're spending. Reapers cost so much gas. This is like 1.5 Vikings.
Dude, one of the things I hate the most is when it's like 4.5, 5 minutes into the game. I'm like trying to afford stem, and I got a fucking Reaper that hops out of one of my barracks or some shit, realizing that I just cost myself 50 gas for a unit that ain't gonna do shit. It's the worst.
Toon using his Reaper well. Delays the CC and get a kill or 2 here. Defiance. Wonder if we'll see a second starport. Alright. Reaper gets 2 kills before getting swept up by the Reaper mob. Lot of minutes here. Defiance. Defiance has shown eagerness to mass marines. Hope he does not give in. Toon gonna do a little bit of a Reaper wall here. I wouldn't even hate putting the second building here to full wall. There's the second star. He's still making Reapers 4 at a time. What the fuck are you doing? He made like 10 more Reapers than he should have.
That's legit so much fucking gas.
The resources lost is crazy. More than double. Toon starts his third CC.
Yeah, these guys are signing up for a long game. I think
Buckle
I got my bong. Don't worry.
in. Dude, on God.
Honestly, though, for a Toondragon set, 5 games, only being like an hour and 10 minutes or something, that's not so bad.
I think we started just after 11:30. Here closer to 11:40.
I'll mute Lost Smoke real quick, but I'll pitch in when
Okay.
I can.
Oh, okay. Man. I keep using the fucking Disneyland metaphor, but like, Grandpa is starting to look sweaty. It was a high heat warning day at Disneyland, is how this game feels like right now. And Grandpa is starting to look a little shaky. It's like 4th of July, too. Toondragon recognizes what's happening as well. Going to Starport. Gonna need to get Stim and Combat Shields. He does need Marine. Oh, he's throwing down 4 more barracks. Uh-oh. He's going for Mass Marines. Oh, I feel like I've seen this equation before.
Yep. It's hard to win like this against Toondragon.
It really is. Defiance has not pulled it off yet. We're going for it again. We
It
have.
does have 2 starports, though.
It's making
Been making
medevacs out
medevacs.
of them, though. They're just gonna get swept up by the Vikings. These Marines are disposable, my man. These are prisoners. They do not deserve to live. So we throw them into tank lines to die.
But you're literally describing the way I play TVT.
Dude, on God, that's like the lore. You think Stim hurts them by accident? It's on purpose because they're disposable.
It's a fact. They're only slightly better than a sacrificial construction vehicle.
Only slightly. Can you imagine if sacrificial construction vehicles had guns?
They'd be literally Marines. Yeah. Yep. They're just a little less smart, so we can't trust them with guns.
True. Imagine if they gave combat shields to SCVs, extra 10 health on them.
That would be so OP. Imagine, though, that might be the answer for the Zealot run bys, too. I need it. All of a sudden, like, 6 SCVs can kill 10 Zealots.
Dude, because SCV pulls weren't good enough. We need to buff SCV pulls.
Yes, the combat shield timing.
So many Vikings for Toondragon. He may have overdone it, actually. He even has a Thor out.
Nah, he's fine.
The important
His
metric
tank
here is the
line.
tank count, and the tank line, I've seen better.
Tank line's sexy.
I've seen
It's
better.
pretty sexy, dude. Pretty big.
A lot of Marines. This is like Defiance's one chance. If this doesn't work, like Grandpa just fell over.
He's up 13 workers somehow.
He did get the faster third base on location, I think. Yeah, he built it on location. So
Yeah, he
must
was
have.
up workers, too. He was up workers at the end of the Reaper Rush, but then Toondragon basically caught up. Seems like he lost the SCV key.
Looks like he's not building any. I guess he feels like he
Yeah.
doesn't need any.
Yeah. He's got a lot of money, Toondragon does.
Pretty crazy supply advantage. Ooh, we might go for a big Doom drop. You know what? Oh, that's such a risky thing to do, though, because there's so many Vikings. There's no turrets up yet, though. This could work.
I think this is a great call. I was wondering if he would do this when we first saw the medevacs.
He did do a similar maneuver game 1, and he lost a lot. He's not even boosted. Alright, here we go. He's gonna fly them straight into the Vikings.
Drop the tanks.
Does get most of the stuff out though.
Oh, he's dead.
Is he?
Thought he was.
I told you the only thing that matters is the Viking count. I mean, he kills 20 SCLs. And I guess it's not even completely cleaned up yet.
Yeah, but Toon ain't gonna lead this game.
No, not a chance. I think I still
Worked out
favor
pretty good
Toon.
though. Worked out pretty good for Defiance.
Yeah,
I thought he was dead at first, with all the tanks getting a pretty good spot.
yeah. Toon has a 4th CC. Defiance is only just now starting. Resources lost is way ahead for Defiance.
Was that 6K to 9K?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
9K. Whoa! Shout out 9K.
Whoa, shout out. Okay, that's so random, Sauce. We might just try and stim and run forward again. The tanks aren't really spread out all that well, so if you do run in from here, it's only like 2 tanks you have to get through. Or is he gonna go for a doom drop in the main into a turret? Okay, double drop. I like the double drop. I think you need to multi-prong here. Multi-prong would be very sick. Boost around the corner here, drop behind the mineral line, and then push the front. That's a great maneuver to kill Mecking Baron. I think that gets Toondragon every time.
I think it would be a good call too, but we gotta actually do it.
Yeah. Defiance has had a lot of good ideas this series, but he's hesitating. He's waiting too long. He's making Marauders for some reason. Alright, here comes the double
Against the
drop.
tanks. The Marauders are getting against the tanks.
Alright. Pulls everything back, and here comes the push on the front. He pulled all of the tanks back to deal with the drop, so these Marines are going to go to town on the 3rd phase here. I think this was the game-winning maneuver. I think Defiance has done it. Now he can just... Maybe he can keep going? Ooh, can he keep going?
No. This is too many tanks.
Let's get a kind of sexy siege up here, but the Vikings are going to land and mop it all up. Ooh. Kills another 26 workers. And
His
the
eco
3rd
lead is
base.
crazy. His eco lead's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually gonna be hard for Toon to win.
Resources loss is the same, so that was about an even trade. Defiant. Yep. I think that was the game-winning maneuver. If Defiance just keeps this momentum going. Next step is he has to contest this somehow.
Just keep up his production.
I think attacking into here is bait though. This is where all the tanks are. We go up around the high ground again. If you attack this from up here, you're gonna be way better off. If you drop the main again. We did lose all of the medevacs. I can't believe, like, any other player. And this is over. It's down 7 supply. But it's Toondragon, so I'm like, he's got 4 tanks and a PF. Maybe he can still pull this off.
That's hilarious. I'm right there with you too. Yeah, he's been behind this whole game pretty much. Oh, those Marines ain't
If there was
slipping by.
ever any way to lose this game, this is it.
It's this. Yeah. Holy shit.
What a bloodbath. But
No, dude.
he just
That was
lost.
terrible.
He just lost 80 supply.
That
to,
was
like,
terrible.
10. Resources
Sit here.
lost gap just widens by like 6,000.
Say it ain't so, man.
Defiance, surely not.
Oh, man. This is going to be a 40-minute game.
He's just pumping bio still. We need that air transition, man. All that matters is the Viking count. I promise. And Toon's getting BCs. I keep thinking back to that moment in the very beginning when the Reapers were shooting the CC instead of SCVs. This is like the second game in the series where if Defiance was just a little bit more decisive with the Reapers, he could have just won in the very early game. The worker counts aren't even that far apart. Defiance, you need more workers if you're going to do this. It doesn't matter if you have all of these bases if you're not mining off of them. You need to transfer your workers sooner. This base is only at half. You need to sort out your saturation. Toondragon's ahead in mineral eco right now. By a pretty wide margin, honestly. He did just land a bunch of mules, but like I think Toondragon is just ahead. The army value, do I even dare? Oh, he's up 1800 in gas. Let's make him BCs. You know the trombone thing, the wah 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 wah. I feel like I need to put that on top of Defiance just running into the tank line. Alright, we're gonna go for a Doom drop. This has worked out pretty well the last couple of times he's tried it, and there's no defenses here right now. I thought there was a pretty large Viking count. They're all in a different, they're all in the wrong spot. And the entire army is going to land in the main here for free. Uncontested. So this is going to be pretty significant. It's going to wait to push the front too. All of the tanks are moving, so he might be able to push the front as well, but there is a PF here. A lot of damage in the main. PCs are going to teleport in, so they don't have the tree path. But the PCs are going to do well enough against the minions. Oh, this is getting, I think it's time to leave. Tries to fight the PCs, and he's gonna lose a lot. He is gonna save the medevacs, boost them away. He abandons all of the bio to die. Resources lost is now 8,000 difference. 20 Marines on the production tab. Oh, no. Say it ain't so. Making what? Defiance, you haven't been mining with these SCVs for like minutes now, and this base has done
That's
nothing.
crazy.
This base has 0 SCVs
That's
on
crazy.
it. This base has 0 SCVs on it. You're only on 66. You need to be on 80 SCVs if you're going to have this many bases. Why are you taking this base when you aren't even using these two? You need... Is this fucking like union mandated break right now? What the fuck?
That is so painful.
You are a hardcore... The Terrans are hardcore. They're basically a slave society. This is like government. Alright, the VCs are gonna teleport in, just clean up this drop. Resources lost difference. He's just feeding Marines into the tank, VC. I mean, a bunch of Vikings just died for nothing. So that's nice. Like, 5th base here. Okay. Only a 7k difference now. I guess that drop was worth it. Close the gap marginally. Did he cancel Yamato? He did. That's pretty funny. 5 turrets. 6 turrets in the production tab. You know where there aren't turrets? The 2 spots that dropped over and over again. Gets the turrets here. I guess if the turrets are here, the medevacs can't get into the main anyway, because the ring is going to be, like, here. I guess that's clever. Fuck, Defiance, this is it, man. You play played out this late game so well last time with the rush and mass air. But you've been making medevacs. At least he broke up the Union and sent the SCVs back to the mines. Crazy mineral income here, 5,000. More Marines to feed into the machine. I guess next mission is run the... Oh my god. Say it ain't so, don't do it. Oh, he wants to. He wants to run straight into this tank line so bad. Oh god. I mean... Does he get the base? Not quite. That got kinda close. Resources lost is 10k now, so yeah, no, that was awful. I can't believe it. I think Toon's gonna win this. Yeah, no, Toon's gonna win this game.
We know when he had the 4 tanks.
Yeah. He was down to 80 supply. He had like
Crazy
multiple
enough.
huge holes here and here. All he had was like 4 tanks and a PF. And Defiance just ran head first into it. And the first moment of doubt I had was when the Reapers didn't just win the game. But even then, I was like, he still got like 10 SCVs. No, if Toon is not dead and buried, he is in a winning spot. And he just barely managed to be not dead and buried. Defiance let this slip. The 4 racks Reaper. Okay, this is interesting. I don't know how much a full base is worth, but if you can mine your opponent's base, that's pretty significant in the resources lost form. Fortunately, it doesn't really matter because these are just going to clean up everything anyway, and they just destroy this base, so the whole point doesn't even matter. Okay, Defiance, you can leave now. Yikes.
Back and forth game.
Yeah, pretty tragic for Defiance. He almost pulled off the reverse sweep. The Toondragon just held on. Alright, gonna try and base trade, I guess, but oh my god, there's so many tanks here. So many tanks here, there's so many. What's the tank count at? 20. He has 20 tanks against 690 Marines. You think the Marines have any chance at all? Get the fuck out of here. Army value is ridiculous. Toon even has more minerals of army value at this point. Resources lost is 20,000. It's ludicrous. Defiance has 1 SCV. Just gonna try and take this corner base. Yeah, you could mine out the map with 1 SCV, bro. One last stim into a tank line, and
Yeah.
we all shoot out.
That's GG.
GG.
3-2.
Well played to Toondragon.
I'll report the score.
He did not hear no bell.